Oh, thank you very much, Your Grace, because you touched on a very, very important aspect of our troubles in recent times. This whole matter of accusations of genocide in Nigeria, coming, from America principally, and this was as a result of our own nationals. You can have enemies within who are trying to persuade them that Nigeria is in a dire state. It is actually, killing themselves, one religion or the other. And there are many who have said, who have spoken along the lines that you have just spoken, that this is not factual. There is no genocide in that accepted sense of one religion seeking to exterminate another. Could you just look at that particular narration, that narration of enemies of the country? Let us call it what it is, enemies of the country.
Thank you so much. Now, actually, the narrative, so far has not been correct, because you see, if you say it's a genocide against a particular religion, you may be offending the sensibilities of the other brothers in the other religion. And you may be, excuse me to use the word, pissing on the graves of the brothers of the other religions who have been victims of the same attacks. So this is rather, the Americans need to get this information right. Statistically, this is rather, an attack, a genocidal attempt against the real Nigerians. It's not against just one religion, because virtually, all the religions are victims of these incidences.
Okay, indeed.
Yes.
Because that is the explanation. Please continue, sir.
And more to that, I'd like to say that, quite frankly, the government have their responsibility, the international community have their responsibility, and the citizens also have their responsibility. As for us, the Charismatic Bishops' Conference of Nigeria, we don't want to dwell on the problems. We want to dwell rather on the solutions. We are more solution driven. So when we talk about these things, we don't want to heat up the polity, by pointing finger. We want to be more solution driven to make sure that we cooperate together, that all hands are put on deck to ensure that government is given the enablement to take care of this problem, so that we'll begin to chart a better course in our nation. So I want to believe that should be the thinking of other leaders as well. We want to really encourage, all men, well-meaning Nigerians, want to encourage, leaders of church blocks, want to encourage the traditional rulers, want to encourage leaders at community levels to ensure that government gets the cooperation that she needs to take care of this problem. And I have actually, itemized, a few ways in which, these threats can be combated. Okay. And if you give it time, just a few minutes, I'll let you have a bit of it.
Please share with us.
Okay. Now, for us to be able to combat these threats, to start with, we need information gathering. That's where we need to start from. Information must be gathered. Now, there are different ways of gathering information. In the past, I don't know whether we still do this now. Directorate of State Security Services and other security agencies. We have a situation where you have cobblers who are being positioned in communities and so on, just to gather information. Okay. We have motorbike men who do that. We have also hawkers who do that. Now, information gathering is key. And
Your Grace, you're talking about undercover work by the intelligence agencies.
Yes, undercover work, and then and especially, the use of advanced technology. You know, if we are able to, take advantage of these avenues, we'll be able to gather information, because for you to be able to combat threats, you must be able to gather information. Now, the other aspect of gathering information, I call it, because I'm from a consultant background, I'd work with a consultant firm. Now, we call it the acquisition of loyalty. Acquisition of what this means is that now there are some persons that get into these activities, terrorism or kidnapping, or banditry. They get into these activities for economic reasons. Now, we want to encourage the government that when you fish these people out and you're able to do some background check on them, you can actually buy their loyalty, and they'll give you all the information that you need. We have a situation like that also in Scripture, in the Bible, where a man was being let, because he was ill. A king left him, and King David came and found the man. He resuscitated him, and this same man King David resuscitated gave King David all the information that King David needed to conquer, the enemies. So we call it, acquisition of loyalty. And then the other one is called the planting of supplies. These are things that I may not really want to go deep into it, because they are, security informations. But then the government can actually, plant supplies, and through that, you get to trace where these people are, from where they operate, their hideouts, and all of that, and so on. And that's just about gathering information. There's also the aspect of strategic partnership. We're looking at government partnering with countries that have common interests. Now, this government already knows about that. I know President Bola Ahmed Tinubu knows about that, and we know they are doing that as well. There's another very important aspect. I really want to call on this government to do this. We call it the witness protection and reward system. Now, some people have vital information for government, but they may not speak because they are afraid, will they be protected? Will their families be protected? So the government will have to look at that direction, witness protection and the reward system. That's critically important. And just two more quick points. The aspect of government must connect with the citizens and her audience. Now, this simply means there must be continuous stakeholder engagement. At various levels, government should be able to continually engage, stakeholders, and that is critically important as well. A government will also have to ensure, that we raise, the standard of living in Nigeria, and I want to give President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, a big kudos, so far, beginning from the regime of the palliatives and the student loans, the CMG buses, and the developmental strides we've seen of this government. If you come into Abuja, the FCT, you see what this government is doing through the Minister of FCT. And the government has also been looking at the area of food security. We are aware of all of this. So there is so much to be done, but most importantly, I'd like to say that Nigerians will have to learn to cooperate with government. If we don't cooperate with government, if we keep having, that negative thought about government, then there's very little government can do. Even Jesus Christ could not perform miracles in his own hometown, though he had all the powers, but they said he could yet do no mighty works because the people did not believe him. They did not cooperate with him. So Nigerians, it's time to cooperate with government so government can bring out their best.
Thank you very much.